to the back cave. I decided I'm going to go ahead and continue this build. It's not the build that I wanted. It rained for about 2 days. I'm talking buckets of rain, like just severe storms. And the storm's gone. The problem now is all the water flooding down the hill, down the mountain, towards my property. The creek is overflowing, barely made it over here. And I can't get to the spot I wanted to be at. It's nice, it's elevated, it's beautiful. But all the trails that lead to it go down in this dip and then come back up. Unless I want to swim, I can't get there. So we're going to divert to this and work through it, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Let's get to it. This part right here is boring and I apologize, but we have to get her done. Here's my problem. We have these bolts from our bolted connections. I'm going to cut the bolt flush with the nut and then notch my 2x4 so I can stick it against there. That's not cool. You know that water I talked about earlier? It's heading towards my house. The creek is actually to the bottom of the bridge, and water is coming up in my basement floor. So I'm gonna go investigate that, and who knows? Maybe we'll get back to it. Not cool. Tell you what. To the Bat Cave. Welcome to the nightmare called Corporals Corner. I'll give you a free tour. Managed to save those. These are wet. Have to go ahead and get these things fixed, at least dried out. I've been digging for about 2 or 3 hours now. Found the sump pump line right there that goes out to the field. That's totally underwater. So the pump is not pumping because it's getting backed up. So I'm gonna try to dig into this and relieve the pressure and pump it into my yard out here. The goal is to attach this to there, drop it in that trench out under the porch. So what I wanted to accomplish last night actually worked, and that's the reason why I'm facing 4 to 5 inches of water and not chest deep, sink the Titanic water. We got this pump going as well. Once I get the water drained, I can install 2 more sump pumps, and we'll be in business. And after a night of BS, we got her done. And right here is where I was standing, and there was a foot of water. And I panned the camera over like this. So we're drying out. this pisses me off to no end. We got two Intellivisions, and they were wet for probably about 20 seconds. So not immersed, just kind of wet. Got several games here. These are actually the boxes. The games were okay. So these dried out nicely with almost no damage. So, all-time favorite Intellivision game right there. Tell you what. Yeah, buddy. The games were all saved. These ones here, I have to open up and wipe down. Should be fine. Look at that. Old school AF. So, long 48 hours for me. I'm choosing to splice this in for two reasons. One, because filming was interrupted. And I'm not one of these guys that goes out there and gives you smoke and mirrors. I'm going to show you what happens as it happens. If you notice the camera in the mornings when I wake up, sometimes it's Sunday morning, because that means it's actually happening. I'll throw in final edits and give you the final product. This was 48 hours of my life, and I want to show you, which is the second reason, what I actually do. I'm not one of these guys who just throws a video up once a week and then drinks beers and sits at home all day, or goes out to the woods and just talks in somebody's backyard or in a field, speaking about something for 30 minutes that I have zero experience in, and then I wonder why I get 500 views. I'm a real person. I do real things. This was real life. And as a good friend of mine put it, this was real life survival. The water was coming in a foot per hour, and I was up for 2 days. The first day was trying to win that fight, and I noticed that after an hour, I could see these bricks right here, and they're probably about 8 or 9 inches, and I was watching the water climb, and I said, in 5 hours, it's going to be to here. What do I need to do? Good friend of mine said, hey man, you need to get some pumps going. And I'm like, yeah, my sump pumps can't keep up. Where I live on top of mine shafts and nothing but coal. The water was seeping up and nothing I could do. So a subscriber of mine actually lives down the street, Dan Stewart, Lieutenant Dan. I appreciate everything. You are the man. Saved my butt by getting me a pump. The next morning I went down and rented another pump, tossed them in here, and got the water level down so I could install 2 pumps. So now I have 2 pumps inside the buckets in the sumps along with battery backup. And I won. Hashtag winning. The trick's going to be going out there and finishing the build that I started. So, 48 hours, no sleep. Not my first rodeo. Let's get to it. Caffeine and hate. Here's the caffeine. This is my hate. 48 hours is going to become 72. Let's get her done. So to do something like I just showed you in the picture, I'm thinking 2.5 feet, 2.5 feet, 2.5 feet, rough window opening, cripple studs, header, and we'll be good to go. So far so good. We're exhausted, but we're looking outstanding. I'm going to go ahead and take off this outside frame here and there, and then notch them, that way I can get around that nut and the bolt, hoist our frame up and then down. And we got buffalo chicken Cracker Barrel macaroni. Perfect. Take that, KFC. Tell you what, look at that. Get you on a few. So here we are once again with our Mr. Heater little buddy. It's probably about 70 degrees inside here now. Had to strip down a t-shirt and pants, and probably strip down even more later on. It's already too hot in here. I'm excited. I can't wait to get that bottom portion completed. It's not the video that I wanted for you guys, but it's the video that we got. If you think about it, you got two videos in one. Real life, and then we have our builds. So, turned out well. After 3 days of living on caffeine and hate, I'm actually feeling it. My body's really heavy, and I'm just gonna crash out here probably real quick. Tomorrow we'll talk about the shelter and breakfast and yada yada yada. Once again, the corporalaf.com, my website is back up. Get on that, get on my email list. Along with that, check out my Instagram, Corporals Corner on Instagram. You'll get behind the scenes footage. You'll see what I'm doing, what's happening in my real life. So check that out. Other than that, I'm gonna check out my emails and try and get caught up in the past 3 days. Catch you all in the morning. Talk about a rough night. Cold and exhausted. Coffee time. Always tell a skillet is well seasoned, and you can do the trick that I just did. 140-year-old skillet. It's slides right off. Only eggs today, I'm sorry, but the exhaustion level that I'm dealing with, I don't care. All right, let's end this bad boy off. More great things to come. With that, all the gear on my videos can be found in 3 places. 1, my Amazon influencer page, and 2, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page. If you're interested in Corporals Corner merchandise, that can be found on Teespring. All 3 links are found inside my description box. Now, please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. If you're out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time. Now it's time for Corporals' final thoughts. Okay, so moving into 2023, I'm going to address all the upcoming YouTubers, all the people who message me, everyone who says they want to be like me, everybody who says I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to get out in the woods, I want to do what you do, I want to be you. Okay, well here's some advice. First and foremost, don't do it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, once you go down this path, this road, it's addicting. You push yourself to limits that you've never even imagined, and you crave it like a drug. With that, there's now expectations. I must perform here or people won't watch. I must do this or YouTube won't circulate. I must be this person all the time because people think I am. Another word of advice, be yourself, okay? Don't be a character. This is not the 1980s WWE. For me, and that rhymes, I am what you see. This is who I am. You just watched a 2-part video, 2 videos in one. My home life and me getting the job done. Both cases, on YouTube and my personal life, I get the job done. I'm that guy. I will accomplish that mission no matter what. So, be yourself. Be consistent. And do things that nobody else does or is willing to do. And you should be successful. With that, until next time, take care of yourself and each other.